Welcome to the Roy Anthony and
every
Friends show.
Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's when we can kick it.
Every Tuesday.
Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, the Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
It's during the week, homie. The Roy
every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get up,
Tap in.
Before we gotta
Tap
talk.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
Come on and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show. Co-host
Tap in.
Big Hank. We getting it. What you think? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
and Cynthia Joy.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Once again, man, this is comedian Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show podcast with my co-stars. I got Big Hank. I'm over here in the house with Big Hank is in there. He is out. And so, matter of fact, he was doing so much for the church and stuff, man, getting ready for funerals, man. And so it's an honor to be sitting in his house. The Roy Anthony Show podcast show is we're associated with, well, wait a minute, let me get this right. My co-stars. We got Big Hank, Norman, legendary USC receiver, great, one of the greats, for real. Miss Cynthia Joy Towner should be coming in live pretty soon here. We that's the queen of the show, Miss Cynthia Joy Towner. She's been so busy doing so much different things, so it's just a good thing to see her when she pops in. We come off the WO platform, which was created to bring awareness to how our veterans, active, non-active, committed suicide, and then it just included teenagers and people in general, people, period, right? And so to let you know, I know it seems cliche to say just keep going, but you're talking to someone who suffered through that myself, dealing with the thoughts of suicide. So you just got to get a faith base like myself, where I believe in the spiritual God who gave me salvation through his son, Jesus Christ. That's where my salvation lies. I don't, people ask me, Roy, how you doing this? How you doing that? I tell them, man, God, it is not me. It's nothing but God. We're coming live from the WO platform, which was created by Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, along with the co-creator Goose. Wait a minute, let me bring in the co-stars. He's in the house. What's up with you, Big Hank? I'm in Big Hank's house while he's in the house.
What's up, Roy Anthony, man? You doing all right?
Oh man, blessed, bro, blessed.
Yes, sir.
And I see everyone's comments. We're gonna get to the I'm gonna get to that. Richie King, who is the creator of the WO platform. Matter of fact, he just came in. I want everybody to tune in. He said a huge announcement on the WO radio show this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. That's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, he said CEO Roy and stuff. All right, CEO Native American saying hello and stuff. He probably sent that before he saw you, Big Hank. You had just come in. I just hadn't clicked it over. The WO platform, which was created by Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, along with the co-creator Goose and the social producers, Blue Phoenix, Eighth and Daily. So I don't come from no card. It's just tuck up the head and stuff. And then we give a shout out to our good neighbors. That's the BB Nation, Backwoods Veterans, based out of Oregon and other parts of the U.S. Then we got the Long Beach All Stars, Long Beach, Linwood, Compton, Watts come together. That's veterans, non-veterans, making it happen, creativity. Then we got the WO platform, which is around the U.S. and other countries. Matter of fact, I was going to have our producer to make sure he gets the analytics to me because we do be in other countries. And along with different, then we got some new family members in the WO with the farm. I seen them on my Facebook called Farmicide, and I didn't know who they were and stuff at first, because on the WO they called the farm, and so then they're telling artists like yourself, Big Hank, y'all make up the Grimies, you Greenleaf, and Big Ski. Looking for performers and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start showing their information. I hadn't got to put it on because I've been flying in stuff. I got in last night to Long Beach, been grinding. I'm be on that Midwest time.
Yeah.
So look, I'm waking people up. I'm up at 7. So I'm like, hey, to me, it was feeling like 9. Hey, what's up, bro? Like, hey, what's up? Hey, what you doing? But while I'm hyped, everybody, and but like I said, let me finish this. Shout out to the WO platform, to all the families, the new additions, then our own personal family, friends, associates, and even the people who don't like us. Just want to say God bless you. Anyway, I have no contempt in my heart. See, the show today is called "We Keeping It Real." I'm keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
If I say something that some people don't like, whatever, I found out that I'm not really liked by the Swifties. They, but I got love for them too. I forgive everybody we bring on our show and we talk about, like Mr. Mark Johnson, the governor who's run for governor of North Carolina. With the
really?
I forgive you, man. I'm just telling you, you got to show wisdom. Some people ain't liking it. I forgive Ted Barrett, Barrett, or whatever, the U.S. representative based out of Tennessee, who took a picture of one of the home fellas down there in Kansas City, Kansas, at the Chiefs parade, and posted him that not only was he a captured shooter, but he was from another country. He was an illegal alien. His apology was, we was misinformed. He's not an illegal alien. Hey, man, we forgive you, though. You feel me? Because some people just don't know the ignorancies that they do. They just, you know what I'm saying? People have told you you're right, got all the aides and people there to kiss every move you make and stuff. Doesn't mean that everything you say is golden, bro. But anyway,
right.
I tell God to bless these people who people needs to be led. Christine Bunch said she's either saying us or US, and then she put up prayer hand, and I thank you, Christine Bunch. She's in the house. When I said keep 100 this week, as you know, and you heard me say that I believe in God, Big Hank, he's
breaking up on me.
I don't know. I'm strong. That might be. I know you thank God, Christian. You welcome, Sugar. Thank you for coming on. Big Hank could be popping up back in. Sometimes we have a little interference, and so people trying to jam when I'm having a real conversation. And our show is not a confrontation; it's a conversation. As you see me, yes, I'm a what they consider a Black American. Now I tell you quickly, I'm not an African American. Matter of fact, half of me, my father's side, was Native Americans, and I it bereaved me with the type when they had this conversation, like all blacks came from on the slave ship, and that's not correct, you know. But you know, it's trying to lean and I just keep up with the past by researching it. That's right, Christine. She said information is key. Appreciate it. I don't believe in saying like, oh, I'm an African American, or I don't even like declaring myself a Black American. I consider myself an American. Um, what about you, Big Hank?
I'm American, but I'm black.
Yeah, I'm Black because we have to identify by, and I know a lot of my white neighbors, and you know, for real, I don't look at my white neighbors as they're the enemy, because now our society is based off of a lot of them now are feeling the I can't say the same type, but when we get raises, the more we make more money, the more stuff seems to go up. Now, who sets these prices? You know, I would say the government or this and that. My thing is, when Mark Johnson said that blacks aren't oh no don't need no reparations, we need to pay reparations to the US. And I'm like, brother man, look, man, we pay income tax. We pay personal tax and land taxes. To me, if I was a politician, you want to talk about anything, stop trying to attack one particular. That's still division, bruh. I would say, as a politician, I would like to be where makes an effort to be like everybody who makes 100K is tax free. See, why don't we talk on that? Why is it always which they call CRTs? See, I don't go with critical race theories because theory is an unproven fact. I can tell you facts as being a black in America, going away to what my grandfather told me how democracy is started. She said, I'm American and I'm white. It's all good and it's truth. We're all God's children. Preach, Roy. It's Roy. She said Ray, but that's understand. I understand. Georgia.
Go on, preach, Ray. Go on, preach, Ray. Shoot, go on, preach.
Now you know I'm gonna do what I got to do. Because you know that I got to get the truth out there. We got to keep it 100.
It is what it is, baby. It is what it is, baby.
Starter came on. She said, "Hi, handsome men," and you are so right, Roy Anthony. Thank you, Christina. Roy, I knew it. We just teasing with you, Christina.
Hey, what's up, Christine? Christina's the one on here preaching. She the one preaching today. She on there doing it.
Well, see, I read an interesting story that made me want to lead to this. I really don't come about. I don't read into the Bible. I don't read it like actual grab it a lot, and so because I keep it buried in my heart. But I went to a story about Paul when he had to face the Sadducees and the Pharisees. And looking at it from an outlook, it looks like this politics stuff with Democrats and Republicans. The Sadducees didn't believe in resurrections, but the Pharisees did. So Paul, who was against anybody who believed in Jesus, was persecuting the churches. And I was reading where he was confessing how he was making people give up their belief. You know what I'm saying? Torture them to blaspheme, right? That meaning that you like, say it again. Who's your God? Jesus. Say it again. Who's your God? Jeremiah. Roman truth, right? So now he done seen the light. And he got to talking, and the leader of the Sadducees slapped him in the mouth.
Mm.
And Paul, recognizing that half of them was Pharisees, half, he said, "Hey man, I'm a Pharisee. Like basically, y'all gonna let this happen?" And so why I brought that up is because he was keeping it 100 when he had the odds was against him. We deal with a society where every day I see it's not just blacks, whites, and stuff. We got these hard policings and stuff dealing with us. And then as a black, we do deal with the judicial system differently. Let me tell you how different. I've been saying, Big Hank, how we would like to get, for real, any person who's been convicted of weed selling before it became legal should be exonerated and should be looked at as people who've seen a good thing happening for cancer victims and people with epilepsy and all that, right? But yet they still in prison in states that is legal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. A white lady, her and her husband or boyfriend was induced, was this what they said, induced with THC, and she stabbed him 104 times. Killed him, of course. They gave her Christine said, Roy, say it again, Jesus. That's right. Politicians are corrupt as muck.
Yes.
Because, and see, and I tell people, Richie brought something to my attention. We always concentrating on the president. President this, president that, and whoop the wham. Man, you got to look at your city councilman who's right there near you. It starts at your, look, don't tell me you're going to change the world and your bed is unmade. Big Hank keeps it 100. Oh, wait a minute. Before we even go farther than that, man, I want to bring this up, y'all. Tonight, we're celebrating Big Hank's wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Comedy show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This, hey, look, it's going down. I personally caught people coming, got the mayor. Now, those who, if you live in other states, don't fret. You can go to YouTube Live. You can watch the show live. This is the live stand-up comedy show. We have Brendan Peters with Brendan Peters Productions, who does all the cinematography and everything. And so if you're not in Cali, you can watch the weekly comedy show in Long Beach. Go to YouTube, Roy Anthony Live, and you can see the live stream. It's just that simple. If you are in Cali, you see what it's saying, and I'll still put it up there if you can't read the flyer. And then this is how we do it. The doors are open at 6, but the show is starting at 7 as far as our entertainment and stuff is going to start going up, right? We start playing music, and then at 7:30, the show is going to be started out. So I want to say happy birthday again to Miss Norman. That's Alicia Norman. That's Big Hank's wife. He took that picture because they sent me the flyer, and I was like, that is and it faded so well. It's I'll stand from the background and stuff. Real Big Hank. That's why he sits up and just chill back. Yes, and the medical marijuana benefits can cut medical issues and help people. It's not for everyone, but those that find the benefits is beneficial. That's right, Christine.
Yeah.
LBC, baby. I'm in Kansas City, but my friends are out there. Well, tell them about the show, Christina, and your family. The saying. Then I like people who participate. Look, happy birthday, Miss Norman.
I'm gonna let her know, Christine.
Yeah, she's gonna go back and be able to watch the show if she's not watching it now, but she's working and probably can't comment and stuff. And she said, "Okay, I will," and stuff. Because one thing about laughter, I'm keeping 100. I don't care what race you is. Our audience be mixed. Laughter is laughter.
Yeah.
It's easy to make people mad. Do you know how hard it is to make somebody change the emotion of not wanting to laugh to laughing?
Yeah.
People who come out to the show want to laugh, but Hank, you on that stage.
Yeah.
I said, you're a professional comic. I know a plane probably going on. You're a professional comic.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
When I say professional, let people understand this. Some people get it mixed that a professional is the pay. Now that's a higher grade. They got a higher pay. A professional comic is a person who knows I'm gonna make the people laugh. I'm not.
That's what I come to do. That's what I come to do.
Yes, and you got the hours in it to prove it. See, everybody who's on a professional team is not the Michael Jordan of the team. You know, I'm still getting a paycheck. I may be coming in the sixth man. I may be seventh man on the rotation. I do what I do real hard and do my best, and so as a professional, we still make the people laugh.
Yes, sir.
It ain't a crowd we can't go to and don't make them laugh. I got proof with you and me, Richie. Richie hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, Tater, that's over there in Missouri. You know, I met Tater out there they had me doing comedy in a Packer field. For real, it's alpacas. Alpacas is like llamas without a long neck, and they don't spit. See, I learned some shit. For real.
Yeah.
They like drinking Budweiser and Bud Light. You know, I'm a Stella Artois man myself. But a beggar can't be choosy. When you're invited to someone's spot, you can't drink what you want to drink. But we had a good time. Guess what we did? We sat up there and laughed. Yeah. They laughed at my jokes. I laughed at their jokes. And the party was, that's how it is.
That's how it go.
We keep it 100. If y'all was to ask me what do I feel about Donald Trump, man, it seemed like a broken record. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against him. I pray God for him. I just feel like, man, there's some old ass, man. I be so, for real, I be tightening up. Like I'm watching my mother or somebody going down some stairs without nobody holding her hand. Somebody hold that man's hand. Stop making a tease of him. I know you're the president, but you can get some help. Stop being prideful, President Biden. Let somebody help you walk down them steps, because I just think you're a neat cramp away from dun, 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 dun. Ah!
Yeah.
And you know, they already laugh at us sometimes around the world. You feel me? But that's all right, because we find a way to laugh as professional comedians throughout this turmoil. I keep thinking, Big, why they can't let people who make over 100,000 be income tax free?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's something that the governors or something will push. Property tax owners who've been on your property for 10 years, you should be able to, if you make under 100K, should be tax free. They're raising.
You said under or over?
Under $100,000, you should be tax free.
Yeah.
All these people, man, I was amazing. I was talking to one of our friends and their friends, and they was happy they got a job and it was paying them $40,000 a year. And she was like, man, the taxes they taking out. And I'm like, what? It just don't sound right. Yeah. It shit don't sound right to me, man. Okay, yeah. Christina wrote a book. I'll read it too. This is what Christine wrote. She said, I need an amateur stage and I've never been on stage. One night on Comedy Store and got on the list. They walked me upstairs and had me sign a list that Robin Williams signed. I wait and all 12 comedians performed and I was number 13. So you know what that means. I didn't get on stage, man. I was clowned, but I had a blast with my unmedicated self. Today I'm medicated and stable. But in 2013, I was in Sunset Boulevard turning up. Dropped some of my celebrity friends' names and they for real thought I was. Okay, then if there's more than that, look here. Let me tell you something, Christine.
Yeah.
98 to the end of 99, I used to have to stand. I stood in the Laugh Factory, and Tuesday mornings, I would get there at 5:45 a.m. and still be number 6 and number 7 on the list. Then you stand on the sidewalk and protect your name on that list till 6 o'clock evening. So when the lady comes out with the official list, you were there for roll call to come back at 8 p.m. just to do 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I did that for 2 years. It got to the point, Jamie was like, come back in 3 weeks. Well, what's your point of view? Come back in 3 minutes. But he didn't talk like that. He was more like, hey, he had to act, come back in 3 weeks, man.
Yeah.
3 weeks. And which we need a point of view.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I was coming every week. I was doing that every Tuesday. It became a norm for me. I would do it every Tuesday. You can Google me. You can Google Big Hank. Big Hank is way deeper celebrity because Big Hank is that I say we're celebrating cats like Big Hank because Big Hank was on everybody's television stations for 4 years in the whole stadiums yelling, Big Hank, because he's catching touchdowns over cats.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Works, man, yeah. She said, Speedy, look, I met Speedy back in the days when I was, they had me, he was hosting a show at the Melrose, what is it called? The Improv on Melrose. And he used to be kind of fat then.
Yeah.
And he was the MC. And I remember when I didn't let me bag on about, I told him, I said, how you Speedy? When you must be the first person to the kitchen or something like that. I said back there, I had the crowd laughing. So, of course, I like when they bag on me.
Yeah.
There's not much they can say. I remember Lester Berry. I told Lester Berry that he had, when I first met him, that he reminded me of a deacon. This is 2000. This is January 27, 2000. Big Hank. And he wasn't a pastor of a church, and I told him he like a deacon. So when I got, it was him seeing the show at the Normandy Casino. He said, "Yeah, you give it up to Roy Anthony." And that nigga with his summer clothes, he got on some of this and some of that. That's my man. We know his name, DC, but we call him Just Me because I think he run from the government. Unlike his, but we know he's just playing with that. He said, "Sorry, I'm late. I was watching the new Roadhouse." Okay, y'all gonna watch the new Roadhouse over the Roy Anthony show? Well, we all recorded and stuff. And oh wait, wow, somebody just coming in. Last Tuesday we just had. Now this lady's coming in. Tuesday we had my man Steve Oakley, the godson of Paul Newman, and he is a good friend of mine, y'all. Christine said, "I'm not sure how I found this podcast today, but I'm super blessed hearing you both today. Completely blessed. Thank you, Christina. It was meant for you to come too because we weary messengers, prophets of God. You doing it? That's how
God directed your path, Christine. That's how you got here. God, the Spirit directed your path. Yes, sir.
We every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And but in the background, we had a lady popping in from Texas who is a real California agent, but she moved back to Texas. The one who used to run, she ran some big shows out there. I don't know what's going on. Her device is not connected. She popped in, but it says her device is not connected. Come through YouTube if you hear me, Mr. Latrina Blackberry's in the background. But Big Hank.
Yes, sir.
What is something that I know you got God first, but what's something you keep 100 about?
Something like I try to keep everything 100, man. I don't try to do 90% on this one and then 85 on that one. I try everything I try to do, I try to keep it 100. And just saying trying don't mean I don't even like saying that. I keep it 100. That's what I do, man. I keep it 100.
See, that's a perfect answer, Big Hank. That's what you know what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
didn't have it categorized because then we would think, and y'all
Right.
heard he keeps everything 100. It means,
Yeah.
and even though I'm trying, he said, I'm trying to, that's me.
Right.
I may be at 60, but I'm trying to keep it 100.
Yeah.
You know, she said, tears for real. Thank you, Latrina. She said, hi, I hear you. She said it like 3 times. We tried to get you in, Miss Latrina Blackberry. Um, she's done she's had Western down there at the LA Convention Center, brought all the West Coast. She had one of the most ultimate West Coast showcases, Big Hank. Had me hosting that month. That's when I met the real Rick Ross, which Latrina, I'll need another velvet blue golf cap. I seen a brother with one, and then you come up on the show. That's how I got it. She
Yeah.
introduced me to real Rick Ross, who had just got out of prison, and he came to the show, and I brought him on stage. You can see it on YouTube, Roy Anthony and real Rick Ross. And he gave me a blue golf cap like the one your homie had on today, Big Hank.
Yeah.
And Latrina Blackberry just showed up. Man, that is nothing but God. But you know what's so special? Christina Bunch come in.
Mm-hmm.
Christina came in here.
Yeah.
She said, laugh out loud. Yes, indeed. Schedule me later. The real Freeway Rick Ross. Yeah, that's the truth. I wouldn't. This on YouTube. She up here had me hosting this conference for almost. It was like a marathon. She know I was on that one with 9 hours, and then she got mad at me.
Uh-oh.
She said, "I'm gonna have the police escort you off." I thought she was joking until they came. Like, sir, and she still came to the house and paid me, and I thank her for that, for real. She said, "I
That's
tell the
what's up.
truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God, my entire life is a movie." And I with popcorn emoji, and I need to tell my dear friend in California, God is moving this morning. That
Yes,
part.
he is. Yes, he is.
Let
Yes,
me tell
he
you
is.
what. Um, see, man, I don't see. I can't even say his name because I don't know if he the. Well, just me. I'm gonna say his name anyway, man. Dean Cerny is crazy.
Yeah.
He's had some jokes, right? Look what he
Yeah.
said, Big Hank.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I did Latrina Blackberry thing, he said Roy up here like Jerry Lewis.
Like Jerry Lewis. 8, 9 hours.
Hey, Jerry Lewis be in there, sleep like a bus sometimes. Then he come out and like, yeah, for real. I used to watch that. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. I'm so excited and hyped up today because let me tell you what I'm blessed with. Okay, I was hyped up about the show, my podcast show with me and Big Hank. Cynthia Joy is doing something incredible, I know. Then tonight we have the stand-up comedy show that you can see live if you're not, those who's coming out. But the biggest thing to me, and I'm grateful to God, is that tomorrow night we're doing the reading of our sitcom. The cast and everything is coming together. And man, it feels like, I don't know how anybody else feels, but I got butterflies all in my stomach. Just
Mm-hmm.
words that we have put together, ideas that we put together, and we coming together, hoping that it's a hit. And everything I put God first.
Yes.
Keep it 100. Like if you keep God first, and not
Yeah.
saying it's easy.
No, it ain't. No, but you got to be consistent with it, and you got to be intentional with it.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
helped me, y'all, and I feel like I'm growing stages. I had a problem with paying tithes. And now I learned, Big Hank, you have to watch his show, Miss Christine Bunch, please look up Big Hank's Facebook page or St. Luke's Holy Baptist Church. You can on Wednesdays, afternoons 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. in the Central Standard Time. Big Hank in St. Luke's Holy Baptist Church, because he's the head deacon there, has Bible study, and they be on point. And they keep it 100.
Yes, sir.
That's on
Yes,
Wednesdays. And then if you miss it, don't trip, don't fret. You can always go watch the the recordings.
Yes.
Just like anybody who missed this show, you can go back and keep it recorded. Now, one of the things I do like to keep it 100 about is that when I say we keep God first, I don't know, some people say they don't have a spiritual base. I can't fault you. I can't fault you on your sexuality. It's not for me to fault you.
Or judge. Or judge.
Or judge you. You know, some people say, why are you judging me? That's how you're receiving it, because there's nothing that I'm giving to you or taking away from that should make you feel like you're being judged. That means you're feeling insecure or inadequate about what you're doing anyway. But it's not for me to tell anybody that they're wrong.
Right.
Somebody say, well, what you think about that? I said, well, hey, only thing I can do is understand where it comes from, because if you've been through what I've been through, I'm the least person to point my finger at you. You looking at one of the fall to the barrel. Had good positions, but little that emotional ties and stuff, deaths and stuff. I don't go into it. But as stand-up professional comedians, we deal with a lot of pains and hurts. When I got with Big Hank, and I don't bring stuff up, he went through a very painful hurt.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, still not over it. Still ain't over it.
And we still, who keeps us going? Because I'm gonna let y'all know, there was times when I thought I had a buzzard's feather stuck in my ass. Nothing I'm doing is right. Men prosperous and nothing. Big Hank got a fish that had 100 fish. That's prosperous. My fish ended up in the skillet. The one with a saltine cracker. You feel me? And so when I said, hey, dear Father, you know what I'm saying? You get tired of your own self.
Yeah.
The demons in my head was telling me, just go in and end it. It'd be better for you on the other side, because this side of life isn't for you. It's for Will Smith and Chris Tucker and Cat Williams and all them cats. It's not for you. You might as well end your life and see what the other life is better. But see, the devil is the father of all liars.
Mm-hmm.
He was lying to me.
And he come to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah. I wouldn't be at this point if I would have listened to him. Because the hype that I was gonna fall from, I probably wouldn't have died, but I'd be like, I'm being honest. But that was my thought pattern. But all of a sudden, it's a still voice. It said, encourage yourself. This was in 2005. Encourage yourself. Like the little engine, you can do it. I think I can do it. It's putting one foot in front of the other. You're not the only person going through anything. Christina said, good, bad, and indifferent. I speak up. If I told you my story, you might not believe me, but there's witnesses, and I need to tell my friend. He needs to hear me, and I'd love to have you MC it if it can happen. I'm needing to promote you. God is first. Be consistent. Yes, intentional, and be willing to release all possessions. I'm there. Thank you.
Wow.
Katrina said, amen.
Amen.
Keith, did you say Keith? Which one? Keith Murray? Big Hank was very good friends with Ricky Harris, but you may be talking about Keith Morris when he used to be He used to have the comedy show at the Hollywood Park Casino. Um, um, there's some of the funniest people suffer in silence, man.
Yes.
Bro, you talking about suffer? You sometimes, man. It's like days before I do a show, I'm gonna keep it 100. Before I do a show, I get so insecure. I get to crying. I get to thinking from times in the past because when I was 14, my best friend was murdered. He's tatted on my arm. Then my brother and my sister-in-law and two nephews is murdered.
Wow.
And so then my dad died on his birthday a month before his release from Pelican Bay.
Wow.
On January 27th. So she said, "Oh, Keith Jefferson."
No
I don't know. I would have to see him. You got to see. This show is about. Oh, darn it! I got to take this for a second. Talk to him, Big Hank.
Hey. Well, first we was talking about keeping it 100, and so he asked me, "What do I keep 100?" And I pondered that question, but it's not what you keep 100, it's if you are 100. Yeah, it's just if you are 100. Uh, even when I was on the streets, uh, I try to keep 100, but that's where you not that's where you're not gonna keep it 100 at a lot of times, man, because you gotta lie, you gotta cheat, you gotta steal, you know what I mean? So uh just different things and different strokes for different folks. But keeping it 100 is how you live your life. You dig? It's not a part here or a part there. It's how you live your life and how you respond to things in life. So that's what keeping it 100. What's up,
And
bro?
Big Hank is a man. I y'all don't even understand how my vocabulary of words is now used and how I pronounce words dealing with him for 5 years. For real. And it's a blessing. Anytime
Yeah.
you can see, bad company corrupts good manners.
Yes.
Good company improves your manners.
Yes, sir.
And people say, I've been getting ready, bro, you're speaking so well. Even mom said, I said, I'm getting for real. It's not just we comedy partners, steel sharpens steel. If
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not mistaken.
Yeah. All day, steel sharpens steel.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. Roy, just think of people like me need to hear you. I need to hear that pain, that story gets that out, man. See, look, oh, she said no, Keith Jefferson passed. My condolences. He's a good friend or family member. No, I didn't know who he is, but my condolences to him and his family. We're to the family, and God bless his soul. You feel me?
Condolences to Keith Jefferson's family. Yes.
Yes. Sometimes I've been proud of how me and Big Hank, if you go back and look at our shows from the past, we have been consistent and kept it 100 about our beliefs in God, knowing that the whole world sees it.
Yes. Yes.
We try to be we're two educated black men that grew up in the hoods.
Yes.
I came in all types of hoods. Quindaro and Long Beach is what I knew. And in Compton, sometimes when I was a kid, because my uncles lived there.
Yeah. LA and Long Beach for me, man.
Yeah. Long Beach and KCK. Keeping 100 isn't popular, and I'm okay with that because it's 100 that fuels my soul. God gives me confirmation daily, and this podcast speaks so much to me.
Yes.
I'm Facebook user, put shades up and the thumbs up. Thank you. Seen some LBC.
LBC. I mean, she throwing up that LBC, man. She keep on throwing that LBC
Yeah,
up, man. That's you see the hat, Christine. You see the hat. You
yeah.
see, you
We
see
I
the
was
hat I
about to
got
say,
on.
you had on there.
You see, I got the hat on. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
let them
talking about.
know. Let them know to come down to. Oh yeah, I want to give a big shout out. Keeping it 100 to Navigator. It's his birthday today too. Navigator Media One. That's my man William Lee. It's his birthday today. He's the
You.
promoter of the show. I'm gonna bring that up again.
Yeah, shout out to
Y'all,
Navigator.
yeah. Hey, you know what I be feeling? I'm feeling like Big Hank,
Yeah.
how them old schools used to say, "I'm going to have a funky good time." Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to have a funky. And the thing is, you come to want to have a good time. That's
Yes.
all. Oh,
Yes, sir.
Carl Loomis is in the house. Love y'all. Miss you guys. Working like a crazy man. Well, I know you up there in Seattle, man. I seen
What's
it.
up, Carl? What's up, Carl?
Yeah, he knows I'm trying to be there. Him and his beautiful wife already, Caitlin, with their two beautiful kids, for real and stuff. Yeah. And you know what I like is that we're around the whole world. And the whole world is seeing that Roy Anthony, Big Hank, Christina Carter. I said Christina Carter, but her too, but Christina used to be, but Cynthia Joy Towner, all our different guests. You feel me?
Yeah.
Um, Now, don't get it wrong. And I want Christine to know we do call the truth. You heard us say some of the people with, because there's some things I'm not. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm really against these guys, and it's a shame when the women in sports, especially collegiate sports, gotta sue the NCAA because you got these guys who gets their nuts cut off, and now they get to be qualifying for the Olympics, representing the U.S. as the women. No, no. See, just because you get your nuts cut off, your muscle mass gets bigger. When them guys used to exercise, they call them Enochs, right? Or units. I'm sorry, units.
Unix.
Big in the muscles and nuts. That means your muscles mass. Only way you should be able to, if you get your nuts cut off, you should go through some Frankenstein process where they got to electrify all of your muscles till it just comes like jello and stuff, and then you build from that. No, you don't get to have man mass and then no nuts, and then y'all gonna compete against a woman. No,
No. That's ugly, man. That's ugly.
it's ugly.
I don't want my daughter running against no man, playing basketball against no man. I don't want my daughter doing that, man. My daughter will play basketball against other daughters.
That's what I'm saying. And they
Yeah.
like, well, we're women too. No, there's
No.
man-made and there's God-made. If
Now
you're
if
a
y'all
God-made woman, for real.
now if you're gonna do that, y'all get your own league and y'all play against each other, man.
Yes,
Yeah, go over there and y'all play against each other, man. We don't need y'all.
we knew it was wrong when just teasing. That was in my 20s. I'm 51 now. And God has my soul, but I can reminisce. You supposed to. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
forget. He ain't told you. Forget, I'm an athlete, play basketball, and that's crazy. That's happening like crazy. Heck no, shouldn't be allowed. You born a man, you're a man. Speak up. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You see, what we do is if we don't speak up, it's going to happen, and people accept that as cool with it. See, okay, now I'm not, everybody can see my comment. I'm not homophobic. I'm a heterosexual, but I'm not homophobic. You can promote, you can do your weekend thing. It doesn't affect me because I'm not going to be there. I'm not curious about what you do. I'm a grown man to know what to do. Do I take exceptions to the word of God? Yes, but it's not for me to strike judgment on you. That's for God to do it, especially when you take a rainbow that was a promise that God wouldn't destroy the world with water again, next time with fire. You take it and make it like, it was even fucked it up for me about eating Skittles now because it's taste the rainbow. I don't want to taste no rainbow because it signifies now. You feel me? And stuff, and they use that symbol. And so then okay, don't trip on it. Then you turn around and you say, I need the rights and all this. And then we got our government pushing the same agenda on other countries. If they don't accept same-sex marriages, all of a sudden we're keep them from giving them funds. And I'm like, let the people, don't teach it to my kids. It was for the moms and dads to teach the birds and bees. We don't need some teacher who don't know what sexual preference they are to be teaching my kids. You might be a girl. Hey, that's my son you talking to. Well, he has feminine traits. I'm about to hit you in your face now. Yes, I believe in Jesus, but he'll forgive me for all the sins except blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. Now, you feel me?
Yeah.
You messing with my kids. Now, Christine said, get your own league. Exactly. He said male muscle development starts at puberty. You can't stop it with a sex change. That part.
Okay.
That's where Deacon Hank can tell us about the abomination of mankind. We supposed to procreate, right?
Procreate. Yeah. That's right. And that's what the devil do is they promote, and then they promoting all the same sex, and now it ain't no procreating. It ain't nobody having kids because everybody married to the same thing. How you can't have kids? So that's just the devil way. That's just the devil way of trying to stop the family of God.
Hey, Big Hank, that's why I was laughing about this latest problem that's going on in San Francisco, that the teachers there are saying there's a shortage of kids. I said, would you think?
Duh. Yeah. Man, there's
not enough kids in my class.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, what'd you say? What'd you say, Big Hank? We know.
Yeah, we know, man. Can't nothing they can do.
And see what it is that the desired man, and then we have them preaching. They preach, and you got the preachers now. Now God is love, but He laid out boundaries. He laid out, man shall not lay with. I just found this out, some deep stuff. You want to say thou shalt not lay with animal kind. I ain't gonna name all that, but it's animals, right? I didn't know that if you want to be a sheep herder, you can't be a sheep herder single. You had to be married because a sheep carries the same type of orifice, whatever, like a female woman.
Mm.
And there's been scenarios where some creepy guy done went out there and having sex with animals.
Yeah.
Then we wonder what's in Area 51. It's a half sheep, half man. Some dude look, this is a true story. I was already at the hospital. A lady, dog locked on her. For real. They had to take her to the hospital. And it's probably not the first occasion. I thought this was like, oh my God, must be a domination, abomination, all types of abominations and dominations. When a dog is locked on this lady. And it started with these type of stuff. When we start accepting okay, hey, how people want to dress is them. Who they want to be with, that's them. What you do is them. I'm not knocking you. I can just say, hey, it's only God can judge you. Don't ask me to participate in your functions because I'm not into that. And I don't go bashing you. And we live in I don't never go to the pride weekends. I don't go participate. But what I won't do is let you, like you said, just because you cut your balls off, now you want to go compete against my daughter. She's on the track team. Mm-hmm. And he just said that your masculinity start as a baby. Mm. Come on, Bruce Jenner. See, Bruce Jenner was an example of that because it seems, see, Bruce Jenner had to learn the hard way. Let me show you how God works. Bruce Jenner went to the doctors because the doctors think that they're the hands of God, just like some the military things it composes that they're the hands of God. Some surgeons think they're the hands of God, but guess what? One of the things they can't do, they can detract, but they cannot add. They give you steroids. That's been going on for years. They master that. You have big titties, but when Caitlyn Jenner had her nuts cut off, it wasn't to be with a guy. She wanted to be a lesbian. But soon as the lesbian feelings wasn't there like she hoped it would be, all of a sudden she went back to her doctor and said, "Can I get my nuts back?" That's when they was like, sir, that's the whole. What'd you say, Big Hank? Go ahead.
They said you didn't do your research, sir. You didn't do your research, sir. You must not have done your research, sir.
What you mean? I can't get my
Because we can't sew it back on. It ain't gonna work if we sew it back on. It ain't gonna work, man. It's just gonna lay there, man. It's just gonna lay there, man. It's not gonna do what you wanted to do, man. So I think you should have did your research, sir, before you cut it off. That's what you should have did, a little research. You did some research. You should have did some research, man.
Kanye said government is trying to give money to parents to choose where to send their kids to school, and the funding for public education will go to the parents. For example, in Smithville, $11,000 given to the public schools, and if school choice bill passed in Missouri, that $11,000 will go to the parents. If they homeschool, send their kids to a private school, most private schools out here are $14,000. A lot of families won't be able to afford that extra $3,000 to send to the private elite school. But in my opinion, is going to repress our kids. Well, I'm gonna tell you, in the summers, I always was teaching my kids ahead of time of their school, of their grade they coming up. And I always thought that homeschooling better because I always taught them how to socialize with their own peers. In the neighborhoods, I take them over to one of my partners, like Christina, you say, for instance, your family's having a function. I bring my kids over, they socialize, but I was teaching them because I have a socialist art degree. Big Hank got a BA and man's USC alumnus. I went to Wichita State for 2 years, pledged, but I left out, got in trouble, kicked it, then went back, got a socialist arts degree.
Let me straighten you out. I ain't got no BA, man. I got 12 units to go. I still didn't finish. I didn't finish. I got 12 units to finish.
Get them 12 units. As educated as you is, that 12 units is a one semester.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. And we're going to do that, make that happen. But Big Hank's schedule is so busy, you might have to do it online. Hey, y'all, check this out. Everybody's coming in. That's our time. We hope to see you this coming tonight. If you're in Cali, that's at Mulaney's. She just said finish those 2 units with the thumb up. Before we go, what's your closing thoughts, bro?
Man, listen here, y'all already know, man. Live life like God is watching because He is. Galatians 6:7 says, "Be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap it." And that means the good and the bad. So start sowing some good, man, and you'll get it back.
I'm gonna let you know, because if you plan hate, don't expect lovely things to come up. You feel me?
Not at all. Not at all.
I'll piggyback off of them. Look, even though sometimes you're gonna go down, that's why the words say at nighttime the man cries, but in the morning comes joy. I just went through that deeply, and pray for me as I pray for you all. I'm out of here. It's Big Hank. Cynthia Joy wasn't in here. We want to thank everybody who came in on the comments. Welcome back. Welcome back to us again when you come back, Miss Christine, Miss Starlet, Carl Loomis, all the fellas, all the ladies. God bless. Roy Auntie's out here.
Welcome to the Roy Anthony and
Every
Friends show.
Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all
Hey,
tap in.